Do you want to wake up feeling like you're stepping into who you're meant to be, into the best possible version of you? What if I told you that the key to your best life, health, and happiness are all around you? You just have to find what works for you. I'm Hopeful and I believe that there isn't just one way to live a healthy and meaningful life, and that all you need is a little inspiration to make changes that last from the inside out. Each week, I'll be sharing tangible tips and inspirational interviews to help you on your journey. These are the steps to take to improve your life and live with purpose. This is Hopeful and Wholesome. Hi, friends, and welcome back to Hopeful and Wholesome. We are moving on to another episode in our little Getting Ready for 2025 series, and we're going to dive into a topic that's probably affecting all of us, probably more than we'd like to admit, and that's our relationship with technology. And I know I mentioned this a little bit when we were talking about energetic boundaries in that episode, but I want to dive specifically into talking about the screen time and what it does. We're surrounded by screens. We're constantly connected. And y'all, I am with you on this. I get it. It's really easy to get overwhelmed. And this is impacting our mental health, our productivity, our relationships. And so in this episode, I want to share why a digital detox might be exactly what you need, especially as we set ourselves up for a fresh start in 2025. And I want to talk about the real effects of screen overload, some simple steps to reduce screen time. Not saying you have to get rid of it altogether, but there are really good ways to reduce screen time. And this goes really great with the last episode about energetic boundaries, because now we can use this as a way. This can be a way to set an energetic boundary around technology and help you reclaim your energy, your focus, your productivity, and perhaps your mental health. Like if you're in that place, let's start talking about how digital habits are affecting us. Here's the thing. Our screens are tools, right? And especially if you use it for, your business, your job, right? We have to have them, but they can also be traps. So there are a lot of studies out there that show about that excessive screen time can increase anxiety, depression, and stress. And it's because this constant stream of information and notifications keeps your brain in this state of high alert. So you're constantly on alert, especially if you have your notifications on for all your things that show up on your home screen. Y'all, it's just like a cortisol spike every time that goes off, just saying. Social media especially can be a double-edged sword. It can connect us, and it's such a great way to connect us, and you can build businesses and you can build so many communities. It's such a great tool, but it can also leave us feeling inadequate or less than. And, you fall into that comparisonitis that's just endlessly comparing yourself to everybody. So it can also be to our detriment, right? And we've seen this over and over again, especially with kids, and mental health issues of social media. This is a thing, right? This is an issue. So on average, people spend about 7 hours a day on screens. That's almost half the day. That's like a quarter of your day. Is more than a quarter of your day is on a screen. And really, it's truly more than half your waking hours, right, on a screen. So that's a lot. It's a lot. And multitasking with screens, people think if you're working and scrolling on social media, you're not really that productive. It reduces productivity by 40%. So again, talking about energetic drains, like the last episode, this is a huge source of draining your energy. So take a minute to think about this. How often do you feel overwhelmed or drained after spending time on your phone or your computer, right? Just think about it. Just take a minute to think about that. So let's look at some tangible steps that we can take to reduce your screen time. Okay. So we're talking about this digital detox here, right? And so maybe this is something you want to do as a new year. You know what would be really great? You could do a whole body detox, right? If we're talking about detox, you could do a whole body detox and include your digital detox in January. It's such a great time for that. So just throwing it out there, just an idea. Okay, so let's look at some steps to reduce screen time. First, audit your screen time. Your phone, I think all phones at this point have some built-in screen time trackers, right? We can all look at how much time we're spending on your screen. And you may not want to look at it because you might be afraid of what you might see there, but check yours and look at where you're spending most of the time. Just look at it and see. Identify where your biggest time wasters are. Is it social media? Is it games? Is it constantly checking your email? Right? Identify those. So you're just identifying. You're just collecting data. It doesn't mean anything about you at all. Don't attach stories to any of this crap. Don't attach stories to anything. It's just data. We're just collecting data, right? Now,
Now setting app limits. That's number two. App limits to cap your time on specific apps. So maybe you allow yourself, 30 minutes a couple times a day, or how much, right, whatever, 20 minutes a couple times a day, whatever, 20, 30 minutes to scroll on social media. Like maybe it's something even too that you like set a specific time when you need, because I do know that like sometimes you just need something mindless to do to get your mind off whatever you were working on, right? So set a timer or something. You get 20 minutes to scroll through social media, or split up and maybe it's two 15-minute chunks a day, right? To scroll on Instagram or whatever. So set some limits on yourself, and then create some no screen zones. So this means like there's certain areas of your home maybe that are screen free. Like maybe it's at the dinner table or maybe it's in the bedroom or whatever, right? There's certain homes where we don't bring screens to the dinner table. Maybe keeping your phone at the bedroom is going to help you improve your sleep quality. Like if you're somebody who stays up all night and scrolls on your phone and you're like, this is definitely affecting my sleep at this point, right? Maybe it's time for you to put your phone somewhere else. Maybe it's sleep somewhere else and you get the old fashioned alarm clock to wake you up in the morning. That could be something that's helpful. Number four tip here is batching your notifications. So turning off unnecessary notifications. And honestly, if I were you, the only notifications I have set up on my phone, this is just giving you examples here, are my texts. Like all my apps and everything, I have no notifications. So I don't see any notifications that come on. That is a recipe for anxiety and just your brain constantly being on alert. So, turning off unnecessary notifications or set times to check your emails and your messages. So, maybe you commit to only check your email twice a day. Like, I'm going to check it in the morning, I'm going to check it in, before I shut it down in the late afternoon, evening, right? That's it. So, setting times to check those so you're not constantly going in, checking. Like, I find myself doing that sometimes and I'm like, turn it off, stop. Like, it's fine, right? Batch notifications, set times for yourself. And then the fifth one I want to mention here is schedule some technology free time, some tech free time. So maybe it's an hour a day where you're completely disconnected, right? You go pick up a book like that. I know that's kind of my outlet these days is reading. So like maybe you pick up a book or do something else, or you go for a walk, or you call a friend, you phone a friend, right? So figure out what that means when you're like, this is the time where I'm completely going to go tech free. I'm not going to sit and scroll mindlessly on social media. I'm going to go do something else, right? Schedule that time in your day, do that daily. So let's talk about creating boundaries. And creating boundaries really is the key to making this digital detox a success. So let's talk about how to set these boundaries in a way that's going to stick. The first, and this is, goes with any goal, like define your why. Why do you want to cut back on screen time? Is it to be more present with your family? Is it to focus on a creative project? Is it to be more productive at work or in your business? Is it you just want to set energetic boundaries because you want to save some of your energy? Like you feel like your energy is being diverted in too many places. Having a clear why is going to make it easier to stick to your boundaries. So don't just do your digital detox just to do it. Like set your why and understand why you want to do it. Number two, you want to set clear rules for yourself. So your rules might be, and you don't have to stick to these, you can make your own rules, but your rules might be no screens 30 minutes before bed, which is a really good rule, by the way, because it does affect your sleep. So maybe it's no screens 30 minutes before bed. Maybe it's no checking your phone during meals. Maybe it's having a social media free weekend once a month, or maybe Saturdays are always social media free, right? I know weekends for me, I really try to disconnect and not be on social media all the time because I feel like I have to be there during the week, to post and to check my DMs for people and all the things. So maybe it's the weekend, or you have, like I said, like a once a month is immediate social media free weekend, right? Set your rules that what you want to set for yourself, and you set the rules, you make the rules. Make it to where it's going to be a challenge, but not too much where that you're going to set yourself up for failure. Okay, number three, replace tech time with meaningful activities. And I mentioned this before, like when you have your tech free time, but find this actually could be a great time to find some hobbies. So maybe it's reading or journaling or exercising or cooking or gardening or taking care of plants or puzzles or crossword puzzles. Like, I don't know, whatever your hobbies are, roller skating, skateboarding, like find a hobby. Go find something else to do with your mind and your body besides scroll on social media. And then the last one here is accountability really helps. So ideally, you would have a friend or family member do this with you. If not, just share your goals with somebody, like let somebody know, but find somebody to do it with you. Like get your family member or a friend, your spouse, your partner, like get somebody to do it with you. You're more likely to stick to things when you have somebody doing it. And there's studies that show this about like specifically related to like fitness and health goals. You're more likely to stick to something if you have somebody else doing it with you, like you'll have common goals. It's like that with everything. So accountability helps. A buddy, a digital detox buddy is going to help. So and I want to mention this about kind of setting boundaries here, because I know sometimes, especially when it comes, like if you're somebody who runs your own business or you have a career where people expect responses within a certain time frame for you. Here's something you can think about doing is having, and I know, there's a lot of like mentors that I've worked with and coaches that I know, and even like other business owners, they have an automated email. If you send them an email, you get an automated email and they let you know, like, we'll get back to your email within 24 hours or 24 to 48 hours. Like set a time frame so people don't expect an answer right away, but know that you're going to get back to them, right? So having that automated email could be a good option for you if you feel the need. Like if you feel like you've always been somebody who's like, you have to respond right away. So you're checking your email like 5,028 times during the day and you want to limit that to like maybe twice a day, that's your goal, then maybe that's something, if that makes you feel better, if that makes you feel more at ease about setting these energetic boundaries, then set up that little auto email responder and let people know that, right? That it's not a big deal. And the same thing with your text. I'm not saying create an automated autoresponder to your text. But what I'm saying is, I tell my husband this all the time because he always feels the need he has to answer people right in the moment. And like, yes, sometimes it's important, but sometimes it's like people don't need an answer right then. Like it's okay if you're doing something else and your energy is directed in something else in the moment to wait a little while before you answer a text. So just keep that in mind. And I just feel like that email script can be helpful for those of you who are like, I can't not answer people, or people need to know, like, let them know. And that's a great way to do it. So as we step into the new year, let's make digital detoxing a sustainable habit rather than this one-time challenge. So yes, set some rules for yourself, have a buddy and see what you can accomplish in January, and then see what habits you can stick with. Like these these rules, quote unquote rules, I hate that word, but these rules that you're making in the digital detox, like it doesn't have to be just for a detox. Like these can be energetic boundaries that you're setting around technology forever. Like it's so you can reclaim your energy, like I talked about in that last episode. So remember to start small, choose just a couple habits, right, to start with and build from there. And then progress is worth acknowledging. Like celebrate when you stick to a boundary. Celebrate when you're recognizing like, hey, like my habits are changing. Like progress is worth celebrating. It's worth acknowledging. And then use the time to reconnect with the present, like being present. Practice mindfulness. Like put your phone down, focus fully on the moment, whether that's you're sipping your coffee, you're reading a book, or you're just listening to a loved one talk, right? All of these things are what is here for you in the present moment away from your screen. So, the prompt I have for you, write down one way technology has added value to your life and one way it has taken away from it. And then use this reflection to help guide your new habits. I'm going to say it again. Write down one way technology has added value to your life and write down one way it's taken away from it. I think this is going to be a really good reflection for you, and you can use this to set up your own little digital detox for the new year. And I think this is a great way to get started. So remember, digital detoxing isn't about cutting out technology completely. Like I'm not telling you to get rid of your technology altogether, but it's about reclaiming control, reclaiming your energy, and finding balance. Like it's all about the balance. It's all about reclaiming your energy, finding balance. By setting boundaries and making mindful choices, you can really free yourself from screen overload and create space for what really matters in your life, like being present, right? That's what it's all about. So I hope these tips inspire you to really think about or rethink about your relationship with technology and make these intentional changes. I really encourage you to go to that journal prompt and take some time to really contemplate and think about what comes up about technology for you and your relationship with it, and let that be what leads you into this little digital detox and help you set up some really great habits for the new year so you can set boundaries and reclaim your energy, y'all. It's all about energetic boundaries. Let 2025 be the year of the energetic boundaries. Okay, that's all I'm going to say for this one. I will see y'all in the next episode as we dive into another episode to help get us ready for 2025.
Thanks for listening to Hopeful and Wholesome, y'all. If you found value in this week's episode, please subscribe on iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcast and leave a review to let me know what you thought. I'd love to know what you find useful in these episodes so I can know how to provide the most value I can to my listeners. And if you have topics you'd like to know more about, I'd love to hear those as well. So shoot me a message on Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn. It's at @thehopepedraza, or you can visit my website, hopefulandwholesome.com. Thanks, y'all.